Nigeria is the most populous black nation with about 168 million people, and out of this number, 30 million are of primary school age children. It's estimated that up to 10 million are not enrolled in formally recognized schools. Of those students currently in primary school, less than 1/3 will attend junior secondary school, and even fewer will proceed to senior secondary school, and that's according to USAID. With the coming of Christian missionaries to the country in the mid-19th century, primary schools were largely established and managed by the voluntary agencies with missions money and grants in aid by the colonial government. In 1945, the country adopted Richard's Constitution for the control of primary education exclusively by the regions. This led to regional education in 1951 by Macpherson's Constitution, and the subsequent introduction of free universal primary education in the defunct Western and Eastern regions in 1955 and 1956. In 1957, the Federal Territory of Lagos, the regional government, and the Lagos Town Council respectively assumed the responsibility for the management of primary education. Also, during the military regime of General Olusegun Obasanjo in 1976, the nationwide universal primary education was launched. The funding of primary education thereafter became the responsibility of the federal government. But in 1986, due to political and financial problems, the federal government withdrew its responsibility for funding primary education. In 1979, with the coming of the civilian administration, the federal government handed over completely the financing of primary education to the states, and different states adopted different management and funding arrangements, which include local government, Local Government Education Authority, PTA, School Management Board as a parastatal of the Ministry of Education. The Nigerian government in 1988, with the promulgation of Decree No. 31 of 1988, established the National Primary Education Commission with a view to improving the quality of primary education through a federal system of funding. The objectives of the commission are to prevent the Nigerian primary education from imminent collapse arising from inadequate funding and poor management, to ensure orderly development of primary education in Nigeria, and to create and maintain high standards and ensure adequate funding. Instability in government policies gives way to another decree, No. 3 of 1991, which reverted the management and funding of primary education to the Local Government Education Authority, thus making defunct the National Primary Education Commission. The decree provided for the establishment of a local government authority and local government education authority. Among other things, they were to manage primary schools in local government areas, recruit, appoint, promote, and discipline teaching and non-teaching staff, post and develop teachers, disburse funds provided to it from the local government sources, set up effective and functional supervisory units, and supervise all other units. The management of primary schools again ceased from the Lagos government authorities with the promulgation of Decree 96 of 1993, establishing the National Primary Education Board and the State Primary Education Boards towards effective supervision and enhancement of the quality of primary education in Nigeria. It is believed that there are many problems facing primary school administration in the country, which include inadequacy of teachers and quality instruction, poor management of primary schools, poor teacher preparation, poor implementation of primary school objectives, and inadequacy of inspection. In the wake of renewed agitation for the local government autonomy by the members of the Nigerian Union of Local Government Employees, the Nigerian Union of Teachers Enugu chapter organized a rally to demand its independence from the sector. During its rally at the New Haven Primary School, the union called on the federal government to separate primary education from the local government.
the local government council has handled primary education in the past 1990s. They're disappointed. Teachers were owed up to 1 year plus salaries, let alone allowances and leave allowances. Nothing was coming from them. Now they're agitating again for autonomy. Teachers are not against the autonomy. What we are against is based on the experience of the past. Let them not manage primary education.
On the 23rd of June, the Nigeria Union of Teachers Adamawa State Chapter converged on Yola, the state capital. The union's agitation is based on the 1990-1994 experience when the local government managed the affairs of the school. They claim the local government authorities cannot manage their affair. The union marches to the state government house to register their fears over local government authorities taking full control of primary education.